So let's try the same thing again, but we'll just try and shoot straight up and see what that does. Without trying to mess with it at all, I'll just let it go, and we'll see if that works at all. We may try and add on more rockets and stuff to see if we can shoot up even higher. Oh, this is... Oh, I didn't realize I put it on all sides. That's alright. We can have lots of ladders. So let's go ahead and launch. So I'll throttle up for fun. 3, 2, 1, go! And I will, since I'm not actually going to mess with it at all, I'm just going to see if it'll, what will happen if I just keep it as is. I'm going to, I might speed up the footage. Well, maybe I'll go like this so I can kind of get an idea of what's going on. But since I'm not going to try and mess with it, I'll just leave it as is. And I'll switch stages, but I think I'll just come back with you guys when something happens. All right, I'm gonna cut the engines, get rid of all that stuff. Let's take a look. So we have a really weird arc. It's still gonna go back down. So let's see if we can do some funky stuff. We have 8 minutes to try and make something interesting. So if we wanted to make an orbit, a really big orbit, we can do that. Let's see if we can do anything with the mun. So what is that? That is an escape in 9 days, potentially a burn of 14 days. I think that's probably lying, I guess. That's what I'm assuming. Just because if the escape is in 9 days, how can the burn be 14 days? You know? I don't buy it. It's possible. That's good. Let's aim for it, just for kicks. But let's take a look. Yeah, so in 9 days, it would be an escape. I think I'm gonna go for it, but in the meantime, let me do some science stuff. So let's see if we can get any science from this. So we have a little bit of science. So I think that if I transmit, it's 0, but I will get 0.55 if I transmit because of the science lab, is my understanding. So let's go ahead and do that, and let's see if that works. Maybe. So it's working on transmitting right now. I guess this... Oh, the lab has to look at it first. Interesting. Yeah, okay. So the lab needs power. I was not aware. I'm assuming that I am charging because I have one little solar panel on here somewhere. And it's in the sun, but obviously that's not enough to really process all of it. Alright, well, so much for that idea. My plan is that they could process stuff. So I need to actually put on like a bunch of solar panels onto this thing, I think. Because that one little guy there isn't really enough. So then it's a question of, do I really want to launch this guy into a nowhere land orbit in 4 minutes? I don't think so. So let's make a new plan, given that we can't just send science all the time. And let's see if we can do any sort of orbit. So that's a sort of an orbit, although it's pretty crazy. And that one is supposedly 10-day burn. In 4 minutes. Or we could just let it land in a little bit. I feel like that's maybe what we'll do. So I'll come back to this guy in a little bit. So let me pop into. Are they gonna let me go to the space center? They will. Okay. So I'll have to remember to come back to that guy so he doesn't crash and die. But in the meantime, we can pop in here, and we can add some solar panels and some extra rockets onto this guy. So I will be right back. Alright. Let's go ahead and save this guy. I added a whole bunch of photocells, rechargeable batteries, and some extra parachutes. And let's go to launch. So I'm going to do the same kind of thing that I did before. So we'll throttle up. 3, 2, 1, go! And what I don't know is if I can switch to... Well, I'll wait till the solid fuel runs out first, I guess. And then I'll see if I can switch over to the other guy. Make sure that it's landing okay. Actually, let me pop in here. I can... Okay, so it's on its way down. Or no, it's still going up, I think. Yeah, it's still arcing that way, I believe. Yeah, so I have some time for that guy. Oh, and I always forget to turn on SAS. Although I don't think it matters a whole lot with these guys. Alright, and go. So now I guess I'll try to do orbit. I'm going to try to angle. It's kind of hard for me to figure out which buttons I have to hit to make this guy do anything that I want. I'm pretty sure that's not what I wanted it to do. It should just stop moving now. It's kind of angling when I don't really want it to be. Can I fix that at all? Probably not. Oh, and I didn't equip this guy with a bunch of people, so it's just Bill. So the lab isn't going to even work anyway. Interesting. I wonder what went weird about this one. Alright. Well, let's go ahead and get rid of some stuff. And we will... is this thing going to run into me? Don't hurt Bill. Alright, and let's go ahead and deploy some parachutes. I have a couple parachutes. And we'll let this guy just land on his own. Maybe I can do some science when it lands. Who knows? Let's go ahead and check on the rest of our guys. Oh, I guess we can't while we're falling. That might be an issue. Can I get to the other guys from here? Orbit map. Okay, so he has plenty of time. Alright, cool. Oh, from here I can just switch to. Oh, I can't. Okay, well, it's in the atmosphere. Okay, well. Then I will go back to this one. I guess so, yeah. While they're in the atmosphere, you can't switch away from them, I guess. So I'll let this guy land, see if we can do any science. I forgot that I have to equip more people in here before it'll actually work. So I'll let this guy land, see if I can do any science, and then I'll check in. Oh, that's the rest of the stuff falling. And then I'll catch up with the other guy as he's landing to see if he can do any science. But I'll use this same model with more crew, and hopefully it'll have a more successful launch. Maybe if I turn SAS on early, who knows. But that was sort of, or if I just don't touch it, maybe, well, it's sort of hard to control if I don't mess it up. And we'll see how high way up we can get. So we can do an escape and then do a bunch of science as we run around. Alright, we landed kind of, although it does the whole roller thing again. I maybe have to add some supports onto this thing. Let's see, this is probably the highlands again. So we probably will, oh, actually grasslands, so it's even worse. Let me see crew report. Yeah, no science here. Yeah, I already checked all that stuff. Alright, so let's go ahead and just recover this guy. So we got a tiny bit of science.